Hi everybody, and welcome to your reading for Thursday, May 11th, or whenever you happen to see this reading. So, take a look at this energy for Thursday. Yesterday's reading was pretty intense, so let's see what's coming off the heels of that. If it wasn't for you and you didn't watch it, that's okay. Underneath our deck, the Queen of Coins, or Cups. We had the Queen of Coins yesterday, so this is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. All right. See what we have to start. Higher Self, the High Priestess. The Great Wheel, number 10. This is Jupiter. Wheel of Fortune. And Alchemy. Wow, all major arcana, number 14. So off the heels of yesterday's reading, I'm honestly not surprised. I even brought up the Alchemy card in that reading. And a great shift, a great change with the Great Wheel in the middle there. Obviously, that's a significator of that shift. Higher Self probably has been delivering these messages to you in your dreams, in the element of the water. It could have been during this eclipse season if you've been having trouble sleeping or having very vivid dreams. Water is ruled by Neptune, god of the sea, and that's the ruler of Pisces, the 12th house of dreams, the subconscious. And here we have Higher Self unveiling this scroll, bringing this information, downloads, codes. Then you may have been extremely tired lately with all the energy coming in. I know there's been some increased output from the sun as we ramp up to the solar maximum cycle next year. We also have the great solar eclipse happening April 8th over the United States, the second one coming on as a follow-up to the first one that was transcontinental on August 21st, 2017. Yeah, so it's kind of putting an end to that 7-year period. Maybe this is in preparation of those shifts coming next year, but this is major energy. It's not going to happen all in one day. The numbers 214 sticking out to me, February 14th. I know it gets the reputation as Valentine's Day, but maybe check if that date has significance for you. It could be a lunar cycle on that date. And here we have the Great Wheel, the Ouroboros, the snake eating its tail, infinity. It's death and rebirth. It's everything comes and goes in cycles, just like we had in the Scorpio full moon lunar eclipse. The ruler of the 8th house of death and transition, transmutation comes right before that alchemy card. What do we do with this death? We turn it into something greater than ourselves. Okay. This is a person blowing glass, right? They're taking shards of broken glass, melting it down, adding the air of their lungs and the fire, and spinning it into this beautiful new construct. And then they submerge it in water to solidify it, cool it down rapidly. Some of you, again, I mentioned upgrades or downloads. This change could be at a molecular level with the atom pictured there in the center. You know, I've had this deck for a long time. I don't think I've ever pulled the Wheel of Fortune from this deck in over the year that I've had it. So that's pretty significant to me as well. All right, so buckle up. We're all in for some big shifts, of course. We know this. We just went through 2 major eclipses. I'm going to get a Angels and Ancestors card as our oracle today. So some of you could feel, again, after that tower moment, if you watched yesterday, feel like you're picking up the pieces, those broken glass shards in alchemy. And now you have the instructions, though, I think, within you on how to integrate these changes, how to become that phoenix from this circumstance. Underneath, we have Hermit, Retreat, and Recharge. So some of you are overdue, like for a break. from the daily grind, the routine, whatever it is, just taking a pause for yourself in order to ground all this intense energy coming in, getting more rest. Hermit rules Virgo, the 6th house of health. Paying attention to what we are consuming is going to affect our physical vehicle and how we receive these codes. All right, and our Fire Guardian, ignite your passions. We have that right next to the Alchemy card. So this is Sagittarius. 9th house, higher learning philosophy, expansion of the mind. Some of you, again, could be learning a new skill, picking up new tools in order to construct this future that you're putting together, or that you're being asked to put together. You could be changing careers altogether, picking up a trade, working with your hands. But also the Fire Garden Ignite Your Passion speaks of doing what it is that you're passionate about, what your soul came here to do, because that is the element of fire, is spirit and action. That's the driving force that makes this wheel turn, is our action, our passions, what propels us forward. But some of you need to take some time out to rekindle that fire within you, to stoke the flame. Okay. All right, I hope you enjoyed this message for today. I'm going to grab actually one more oracle for us. Queen of the Moon, because I'm looking at that moon behind the High Priestess. Looks like there's a message there from her. The card is ruled by the moon, so perhaps that's why. Our subconscious there. Darkness, number 40. Okay, the new moon that's coming on May 19th. This could be it, the long night moon. It's similar to the Void card, number 1, that they had. But this is actually, the long night moon is actually a full moon in winter. I think it's around the winter solstice. So perhaps, because that's why it's called the long night, it's the darkest point of the year. So depending on where you are in the world, that could be coming up for you within the next couple months or within 6 months or so. Let's read about that briefly. You are entering a time of introversion, a leaner time, or a time to turn inward to plan and strategize. It is time to do shadow work, which will bring big dividends later on. Release what no longer works for you. Well, that goes hand in hand with the Scorpio lunar eclipse we just had. That's all Scorpio does, is work with the underworld. He's ruled by Pluto. The darkness needs to be there as much as the light does. The companion stone or metal is onyx. It's during these long nights we can begin to do our shadow work, undertaking the self-reflection needed to identify what isn't working for us and what might be causing us pain. This could be a bad habit, a destructive pattern, a recurring useless fear, or anything that holds us back from being the best we can be. Once we can see the aspects of ourselves in the dark, we can simply decide whether they must go. We can decide to release them once and for all. We get to transform, and we have the Alchemy card here present. So, and the Wheel of Fortune. It's time to churn, time to change. And turn. I said them at the same time. All right. Let's get some messages, encouragement from our angels. So we have the Fire Guardian there. What messages can we take with us here? Okay. Delight. Okay. Sharing the light with others. Respect for yourself and others, and responsibility, again, for your world. Makes you responsible just for yourself, but it can have ripple effects into the larger world by showing respect to yourself and others. And we have honesty and truth. Okay, so that air quality coming through. The higher self too, it also makes me think of the sign Gemini with the number Roman numeral 2 there. So communicating truth and honesty with yourself about, again, what needs to stay, what needs to go, what's keeping you from your delight, from your peace, your harmony, or your passion. So being honest with that is going to help you release what's unnecessary and free you up for a better future. Okay, Have a wonderful Thursday, everybody. Take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.